Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer, and today's beer is right in front of me. It is from the establishment in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. This is their Skyrocket Hazy IPA at 6.5% alcohol by volume. So, I've had a bunch of different establishment beers so far. I've, for the most part, enjoyed them. What do we have down here for our dating? Can I read that? Let's see if we can figure it out. Right? We got this here camera thing that I can use to help me read. No, I'm trying to. I want to zoom in, motherfuckers. What are you? There we go. There we go. Packaged on September 17th, 2024. Okay. It is currently May 13th. So, you're looking at about 7-8 months old. So, we make fun of government-controlled alcohol in the province of Ontario, but the private sector doesn't necessarily seem to do better. Sure, your choices can be nicer, but prices aren't fixed. There is that. There is competition. On top of that, most of these places seem to like to hold on to a beer way past its realistic shelf life for the style. I mean, I've bought beers where they were over 2 years old. I didn't look at the date because I've never worried about that until now. To hell, I bought a beer that was 18 months old right from the brewery. Like, who the fuck does that? Who the fuck sells a beer that's 18? A Kolsch at that, an 18-month-old Kolsch from the brewery at full price. So it's weird things like that, right? Now, looks, that is a beautiful looking hazy IPA. It almost looks like I'm having like pina colada or something, but like that it was mostly pineapple juice and like whipped cream on top, right? Nice snap crackle pop, but that is a very good looking beer. Look at that. Look at that. You can't see shit through it. You can't. Okay, so I get a little bit of grandma's seashell soaps. If you're in your late 30s to mid 40s, you know what I'm talking about. You were growing up and your grandmother had the decorative soaps, and if you're in your early to mid, possibly late 40s, this will resonate with you. If you touched those fucking soaps, your grandmother would beat you. But there was like the starfish and the conch shell and stuff like that, and the regular seashells and all that, and they just smelt nice, and they were in soap dishes on the counter in the washroom, but you weren't allowed to touch them or you died. Kind of has that smell with some citrus, and you could kind of get a little bit of the bitterness in there off the can. The can's pretty close to the same, and this is 6.5% alcohol by volume. I don't know if I said it or not. Shall we try it? Let's try it. Cheers. Well, that goes down really nicely. I can't say it doesn't. And again, you're looking at a guy that's not a huge fan of pale ales. But this is a very good pale ale. It really is. I can't take the truth of this beer away from it. This is a good, solid beer. The meniscus is holding. The meniscus is holding. There we go. The meniscus held. All right, so we got the Skyrocket Hazy IPA fully in the glass. The meniscus held. Flavor is nice. But we're going to take another sip before we really talk about it. I really like the look of that. I really do. Visually, it's very appealing. Visually, I love it. I do. If I was to rate this just on vision, I'd probably give this between an 8 and a 9. Scent, I like it. I'd probably give it between a 7 and almost an 8. Flavor, it was pretty good. Lighter than you'd expect it to be. It's lighter bodied than you'd expect it to be. Like it is. It's thick, it's creamy, but it's lighter bodied than you'd expect it to be. Especially with the thickness of the look, like the opaqueness of it. You wouldn't expect it to be as light as it is on the palate. Now, I get a little bit of bitterness at the very back. I'd probably put this at between 30 and 45 IBU. I don't know if it tells me the IBU online. Let's see here. NA for IBU. But yeah, I'd probably say between 30 and 45. And other than that little bit of bitterness on the back end and a little bit of a graininess up at the forefront, it has a lot of subtle citrus fruit notes. Some grapefruit, some orange, and a little bit of papaya. And that's what I'm getting on this. I'm getting those fruitiness. Those fruit notes are sweet and they're fully formed from about the front of the tongue to the back. The front of the tongue, you get that graininess, then you get the fruitiness, then you get that fruitiness with a little bit of that bitterness. This is a very drinkable beer. Excuse me. Burps nicely too. If you're expecting a really bitter in-your-face IPA, I New England Hazy isn't really what you should go for anyway, but you're not getting that with this. If you're expecting a somewhat juicy, somewhat hazy, somewhat heavier, but more approachable IPA, you're fucking getting that in spades with this. I love this beer. I don't know what to say other than that. I love this beer. This is a great beer. I didn't expect to like it like I do. Like, very good, very well made, very, very easy to get behind. Yeah, you know what? 8 out of 10. I surely enjoy that, and I would surely buy Skyrocket again. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm getting old, guys.